hello everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. Thank you very much for joining. My name is Jane Zupan. I am a Senior Director of Product Marketing here at Atipio, and we're very excited today to be joined by Lakshmi Randall. Lakshmi has been in the data management space for nearly 20 years, and she's a strong advocate of data preparation. She's actually published research when she was employed at Gartner on the importance of data preparation to analytics. So we're very happy to have Lakshmi. Thank you, Lakshmi, for joining us today.
Thank you, Jane, for the introduction.
Yeah, so before we get started, I'm going to go over a couple of webinar housekeeping items. So everyone is aware the webinar is being recorded. So as long as you registered for the webinar, you'll get a follow-up email with a link to the video recording and the slide decks. And the second item is about the text questions. There will be a Q&A session at the end of the webinar, and so you can submit questions for me or for Lakshmi at any time during the webinar. You just type your question into the questions panel in WebEx. So with that said, I'm going to pass control over to Lakshmi.
Thank you, Jane. First of all, I would like to thank all of you for taking the time to participate in this webinar. Today, we work in a highly competitive global business environment. In order to succeed or even survive in this environment, business needs to have timely access to relevant information. The company not only gleans insights from relevant data, but also applies those insights to transform the business process will have a competitive advantage. But this is not an easy task. Today's data landscape is much more complex than ever before. Data is distributed everywhere. We have internal data, external data, app-centric data, and these data are of different varieties and formats. So how do we manage this complexity? What are some of the considerations that you need to take into account in order to transform the raw data into insightful data? Before we look more closely into managing this complexity, I would like to share some of the key challenges faced by information leaders today based on my interactions with them. We can loosely group these challenges into people, process, and technology. Let me navigate. The first people challenge is shadow IT, resulting in data silos. Shadow IT results in data fragmentation, data duplication, as well as data silos. And there's also lack of visibility into the nature of processing and analysis done by the shadow IT users. So it's very difficult to trust the results obtained from some of this analysis. The second challenge is skill sets and training. Enterprises want to do deeper analysis of the data to glean insights. They want to expand their knowledge to use new technologies and break down the complexity in the processing and analyzing new types of data. So they need the appropriate skill set and training required to accomplish this. The third challenge is enabling self-service. Enabling self-service in a governed manner with guardrails. In order to glean insights from the data, but not spend time locating the data and trying to find the data or even try to understand the data.